Hi folks, welcome to today's show. We out on the Little PD. Is that where we at?
Correct.
I want to make sure because it all looks the same out here to me. It's swampy, pretty, black water. We're out doing a little bush hooking. We got Lee Gaskets. Who we got up front? Maxie Gaskets. And that's your brother?
Yeah.
Is that your big brother? Your little brother?
Middle brother.
Ain't none one of y'all little, I can tell you that right now. Well, we're gonna go catch the bush. We're gonna catch some catfish on the bush hooks. We're out here. There's gonna be a tournament tonight. This is being put on by the Low Country Bush Hookers. Bush hooking out of Marshall Marines, where it's being held out of. We went there first, had a little captain's meeting. We're getting ready to go out and set a few bush hooks tonight. This is my second time ever doing this. These boys, I believe it'll be their first time, so I think it's going to be exciting for them. But these two guys, one's the president and one's the vice president. So we out with the professional bush hookers tonight. So y'all stay tuned. We're going to catch some big catfish. We'll be right back.
Carolina Outdoors.
All right, guys. Y'all be careful out there tonight. I'll see y'all in the morning.
What we look for is eddy water. It's real still. You ain't got no current hardly to it, but you got a little bit. Keep your bait alive, keep it fluctuating, keep it moving. The way I've read and what I understand, catfish come up to shallows at night to feed. So we're gonna look for a little bit of shallow, but we don't want it too shallow. But if you can find a place that looks real fishy, real brimmy, they love brim. That's one of their natural predators is a catfish. So we're gonna try to capitalize on that. And that's where we're gonna hang our hooks. Looking for limbs about as big as your thumb.
Right.
Remember whenever you was a kid, your mama used to whip you with a green limb?
Oh, yeah.
Would never break, would never rot, no nothing seemed like. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for something that limber, that strong.
Hickory switch.
Hickory, that'd be a good one. Willow bushes always have good limbs. They're little, they're small, but they're bend before they break. And that's what we like to hang them with. And I think we done found our first hook set, and I think it's gonna be right there. Yeah. All right, what I'm gonna do on these limbs, I'm gonna take this here piece of PVC that's got this line tied onto it. I'm gonna wrap it around it, make a loop. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back through my loop. When that thing tightens up, like that, it's tied on, it can't go nowhere. It's in the bushes, in a good hole. And what I'm gonna do next is bait the hook. I got some live brim and some eel. What I like to do is those live brim, what I'll do is I'll hook them right above the dorsal fin. That way we don't break the backbone and they still flapping.
Gotcha.
All right, and all we do, set him in the water. Got a leader in the water. Got a line in the water. See how that line is flat? When we come back, if it's straight and it's stiffing out, that limb shaking, we got a fish on it.
Now, Max,
Sir.
you're putting that in the water. We're probably, what, about 3 foot of water here? Maybe.
Foot and a half, 3 foot of water.
Foot and a half, 3 foot. So you got to wait on there to keep that brim down on the bottom.
Down on the bottom of that. It's got an 18-inch leader on it, and he can swim 18 inches all the way around.
Gotcha.
We got a short enough line that we ain't got to worry about that catfish running up to the hill.
Gotcha.
We ain't got to worry about him going anywhere else except right here in the little circumference right here.
Gotcha.
So when that limb starts shaking, we got it.
All right. Now, Lee, I know there's some regulations here. You got to have your name or anything on this?
You got to have your name. You got to have your bush hook number or your license number with DNR.
Okay.
Everybody's got a customer number. They require a customer number on there, and your name and telephone number.
Gotcha.
Now, if you're a kid under the age of 15 or under, they're allowed to set up to 50 hooks, as long as they've got their name, their address, and their age on there.
Gotcha.
And they, like I say, they're able to set 50 hooks or below. They can't go over 50. As to where an adult, you have to have a bush hook permit to set 50 hooks.
Right.
Now me, I've got a commercial fishing license, so I can set more bush hooks and stuff
Gotcha,
with a commercial
okay.
fishing license.
Gotcha. All right. Max, I want you to go in a little more detail. What are you specifically looking for when we're just cruising down through here? Is there any current here? Are you looking for low current, big current, little current, heavy current? Tell us kind of what you're looking for.
Mr. Bill, what I'm looking for is a real eddy spot that has less current than the main channel, which that'll give your brim time to go up there to relax, rest. Then your fish, your catfish, or your predator fish gonna come up there, chomp on them, smack on them, whatever you want to call it. You don't want to put your hook where it's gonna get hung up, which if you have structure, it's always good to hold fish. But you don't want it where that line can run up in there and they can get tangled up in there and actually come off, or you missed the fish. What you're hunting for is you want it around the structure, but you want it away far enough away that you ain't got to worry about it getting hung up in there. Another thing we look for, real swift water ain't gonna do you no good because you can't keep your bait still enough for them to come and attack it.
Gotcha.
When you put the hook through the back of the brim like that, it kind of gives them a little injury, so they don't actually swim like they're supposed to. So that gives the predator fish the vibrations and all that they need to actually attack that fish.
Now you were telling us when we came out here about the different kinds of bait and why you use certain types of bait.
In my experience, your flatheads are gonna hit live bait. Now I have caught some blues on live bait, but majority of my blues come off of cut bait, which is that dead bait, like cut eel, cut brim, herring, shad, which everything runs up through PD. And that's where we're at tonight. So you could use any of them baits. Some people use chicken livers, use white grapes, ivory soap, soak it down in WD-40 to get some kind of oil off of it to attract the fish to come to it. But my belief is, and what my experience is, you use a brim, you got that natural bait, which is already here. It don't run once or twice a year. It's always here, and that's what they feed on. And you got the little flutter that it needs to have the attack. So that's what we look for. That's why we set what we set. Piece of bait.
Yeah. You didn't give Caleb a chance.
All right, thank you, sir. Back up, Lee. Back up. I hope not.
You also mentioned something about using eels and why you would use eels versus live bait.
Your dead baits, like eel and everything like that, on DNR rules, you're supposed to use what comes out of the rivers. You can't transport it to river because of all the natural diseases that's out there.
Gotcha.
So, and on your brim, you need to catch it out that same body of water because you can't transport, from river to river because it's against DNR rules. So, and the way I see it, I like to catch it from where it's at because it comes from there. And I think you get a better strike on it. You have more percentage of luck doing it with the bait that's already there instead of going out and say buying something here and they come from somewhere else.
Gotcha.
But you can use eel, and it's a dead bait, and we'll use some tonight.
Put him right up here.
I got my tail.
Ouch!
No, you. No one cares.
You ain't never got to worry about this coming off your hook. You got to do is just run it through there. Get it behind the bar, and that right there stay on that hook. And you can catch several fish off of it. Catch several fish off of it. I love doing this. I love showing people how to do this. And hopefully, before the night's over, we'll have us a big one.
Folks, we'll be right back.
You ain't gonna know till you get up there because they ain't telling how deep that water is because it ain't very deep. So it can't go so far down. But if you got in a deep hole and he's on it, he'll bury that limb. That's what I like about them little limbs. All right, fellas, we got a fish on. I got my man up here, he's ready to get this here fish. You can tell there's a fish on by the way the limb's shaking. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna ease up to it. We're gonna make sure the hook's set good. And then we're gonna throw him in the bottom of this boat right here. All right. Ease up, driver. Keep your eye on him. Let me see what he's looking like, boy. Hook set good. All right, here you go, buddy. Come on. Come on, buddy. This is what it's all about. Grab him. Get a good grip on him. I want you to put him right here. Put him right here. Put him right there. There you go. Get him in there. All right, look at that. Look at there,
I think I
boy.
beat your catfish leg.
That's the same size.
About the same size.
Mine was
That's
bigger.
pretty.
Hear him talking to you?
Nah.
Hear him talking to you?
Hold the line, hold the line.
I got
Hold the
it.
line.
I got it.
The boat, the current's pushing the boat.
I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
What do you figure that one is? About 8, 9?
Yeah, he's a good 8-9 pound.
Talking to you.
It's a dog.
Yep.
That's a good catfish right there.
So weird.
You know, a piece of bait out.
Yes, sir. That's all right with it.
Is that a blue?
That will be a Mr. Blue.
What's this like? It's over right there and just have a dance too though.
Ooh, wait. All right, grab the line. All right, you got it? Yep, out the way.
There you go. Hold it out the way.
All right, get him up in. Put him up in here.
That's a good blue.
There you go. Good job. Good job. Get him right there when we get the hook out of his mouth. Good job.
Are you getting bird? That was a big bird.
Huh?
That was a big bird.
No, yours, that was a little smaller.
Yeah, that's a good catfish.
Yeah.
No, that's 5 pounds. Was that about 4 pounds?
Yeah, he's about 6. Yeah, that's about the size of yours. He went too good now.
Mine's about
Damn.
Put him in the live well, boy.
Come around the other side.
That ain't good as that. I'm about to shoot.
Of each other.
We're gonna bait it up with while we're here.
Fish on. Fish coming out. Oh yeah.
Fish. Nice fish.
Nice fish. Nice fish.
Hold on. Hold on.
Reaching in for the kill with the net. Steve got it. Nice, nice, nice. Look at there.
Yeah,
That's the way to do it. Hold him up for.
That's what we're talking about.
Look at there,
Low
boy.
country bush hookers.
Woo-wee. Baby. Come on, he's coming to me. Come on. Come on. All right, you got all of it right there. What? you think he got you? Yeah, he's right there.
Dang, that's a good one.
Be careful, don't fall like this boat. Yeah, get back there. There you go. Right, you got it. There you go, all you want. What are you doing?
Pull him in the boat.
All right, folks, we went out, did a little bush hooking, and with Lee and Maxie and the 2 boys here, Larry and Caleb, we caught a couple of fish. We only didn't set out, what, 6, 7, 8 bush hooks?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we didn't
More
set out a
than
whole lot because we were just out letting these boys catch a few fish. So we had some success. Obviously, you're gonna see some bigger fish coming up at the tournament. So y'all stay tuned. We'll come back with some more tournament action coming up right here on Carolina Outdoors. All right, folks, we're here at the tournament with Lee Gaskins, president of the Low Country Bush Hookers. Lee, thank you for having us out, man.
It's a pleasure.
Professional. Look here. Tell us a little bit about the tournament and what's going on here today.
They fished all night last night, and they come in this morning. We started at 7:30. We opened scales at 7:30. The scales were open from 7:30 until 11, and it being 11 o'clock now, we shut the scales. We'll tally up. Tobacco Rose here supplying the food and stuff for us today. Tally up the weights and stuff while everybody's eating, and then after everybody gets done eating, we'll roll into the awards and stuff.
So this is the 3rd year this has been going on. How many boats, and have y'all grown over 3 years? How many boats you think we had this weekend?
This weekend, well, let's see. The first year we had about 76 registered, adults and kids. This year, from what the count was this morning, we had close to 70 boats come in that was in it. this year.
Okay.
You know, so over the past 3 years, it's went from smaller and it's getting bigger and bigger every year.
Tell me about the benefit. I know you guys, I mean, it's obvious on your shirt, everywhere you look, it's about the kids.
Exactly. It's about all the kids and stuff. It's about getting them off of video games and getting them all out of the houses and stuff and getting them on the rivers, and we playing camping trips and stuff.
We talked a little bit last night about, you know, all kinds of bass tournaments out there. There's largemouth, there's crappie tournaments, there's catfish, there's hook and line tournaments like that. But I've never seen a bush hook tournament before.
Yeah, we're actually the first ones that we know of in the world that's ever put on a bush hook tournament.
Right.
And like I say, we started it 3 years ago, and over the past 3 years, it's just kind of took off. You know, so it's we're looking for it to get big. Hopefully before long we'll be as big as Ducks Unlimited.
I heard that. Well, look here, I think they got the food ready. Ready to go inside the air conditioning, Marshall. Thank you for having us out, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we're here with Marshall at Marshall Marine. Of course, we got the weigh-in going on today. They got the food truck behind the camera there. I'm anxious to jump on that food truck.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Marshall, tell us a little bit about Marshall Marine involvement in this tournament.
Well, the only thing we do is try to help these guys have a place to have it, to hold a function where you can come in, register, and then go fish, and then come back and weigh in your fish. And it works very good for us because we got all the tools to do that with, and we got tanks where we can put fish in, and it's just a good working relationship. And let's face it, all these guys do business with me. So,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And hopefully continue to do so.
Right.
So we're more than happy to help them help our sport.
Here's the good, the bad, and the ugly. You got that right.
I know that's right.
Thanks for watching Carolina Outdoors. For more information and to view other great shows, visit scoutdoors.com. See you next week on Carolina Outdoors.